if you look at supply chain resiliency, you have that, you lower inflation. Because if a mom can go to the grocery store and afford to buy milk and afford to buy eggs, that's a game changer. Automation can do that for you.
Oh, without a doubt, and it absolutely will reduce costs, stop inflation. But think about the opportunities in some of the markets, right? So produce coming across the border or coming from Florida, if you have automated trucks, you almost doubled your range in the day, right? That you can get the fresh produce from the South to the Midwest. So think of all the opportunities for those stakeholders in those spaces, but then also think of just the improvement of nutrition and diet for those folks. They can get easier, cheaper access to fresh fruit, produce, vegetables than they can today. So when I was at the autonomous trucking development company, we did a kind of a pilot of what it took to get produce from Arizona to I believe it was Arkansas or Oklahoma, I can't remember which, and it was half the transit time. We were getting calls from Australia, Europe about, wow, I mean, we could really, really use that, here. So let's talk more about, and it was watermelons. So what we thought was just, hey, some watermelon runs and try to prove out how that could improve transit time of fresh produce. And we're getting calls from around the world, right? So it has tremendous benefits aside from just inflation, keeping inflation down as it relates to consumer goods. So you had the resiliency, keep costs down, increase access to different products that we don't have access today without having to pay more for it. And automation does all that for us.
And well, if you look at what Secretary Kennedy's trying to do with the pesticides in food, you're limiting the pesticides because you're allowing a child who might have had to eat pesticide food or processed food the ability now to eat fresh food, which is healthy and ties into the whole MAHA movement.